First and foremost, my lovies, go over and check out my girls, Simply Key and Fam, and make sure you subscribe after viewing this video. So today we are doing the Sunday Throwdown. I chose this meal because this meal basically will last you a couple of days, which will keep you from cooking. So right here, I have some beef ribs that I cut up. This is about 4 packs of ribs that I cut up, and I am preparing by this because of the size of my family. This is the barbecue sauce I'm using. All of these items came from my local Kroger. All I did was just pour this sauce into the ribs, well, onto the ribs, and I'm going to let these marinate and sit in the refrigerator for about an hour, hour and a half. I did season my ribs. You can season your ribs to taste how you would like. Me personally, I use seasoned salt, garlic powder, meat tenderizer, onion powder, parsley flakes, a little bit of salt because the salt always brings the flavor out of the meat, and pepper. So yeah, so I'm going to put those in the refrigerator. Next, I am preparing my seafood salad. So I'm making this seafood salad. In my seafood salad, I have green onions that I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to chop those up. I have salad shrimp. And like I said, I am preparing based on how many people, I have in my household. So it can be more, it can be less when you're preparing it. So I have my parsley flakes, my black pepper, my salt. I am going to be using Old Bay seasoning. And this crab meat is very inexpensive at Kroger. It's new and it tastes pretty good. That's the crab meat I'm going to put in it. Some classic mayo. You can use Hellmann's, but Kroger brand is just as good. And some vegetable noodles. So, first I'm rinsing my noodles because I just have a habit of doing that. I rinse my noodles and I rinse my rice. So yeah, it's up to you whether or not you want to do it, but that's what I'm doing. And these noodles I have used before and they are delicious and they taste really good. So I'm rinsing my noodles off and I'm prepping those to go onto the stove. But I'm going to rinse them and you're going to see me set them to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and boil my water just so they can already be rinsed. Once my water starts to boil, all I have to do is just take and put them into a pot. So like I said, the reason why I chose this meal, which is going to consist of your beef ribs, your seafood salad, corn on the cob, and you will see me fry up some fish, in which we know fish doesn't take long to fry up at all. So yeah, but this meal lasts you. It will last a couple of days. So that prevents you from cooking, which is why this meal is simple to me. So yeah, and all of this I am prepping on a Sunday. And I have my, I'm taking my water and I'm putting salt in it because it kind of, it flavors my noodles. So I am putting salt in my water, and you're going to see me put a few drops of oil, and the oil keeps the noodles, when I pour the noodles into the boiling water, it keeps the noodles from sticking. So yeah, and that is very essential when you're boiling noodles or spaghetti. Always add in some oil. So I'm sitting that on the stove and I'm letting that go. And I'm sure y'all can see the top of Loyal's head. So my green onions, I'm about to go ahead and chop those up. First, you want to rinse them off. So I'm going to rinse them, and you're going to see me go ahead and start chopping them. So you want to chop off those ends. The ends we're going to discard. So I'm going to chop those off, and it's up to you whether it's not necessary to add green onions into your seafood salad. It's just something that I like doing. It gives it a good flavor, but the scallions or green onions, they are optional. You don't have to necessarily add them in there. So yeah, but I'm just chopping those down very good, and I'm just going to chop down the entire stalk, and these are very inexpensive, so you just continue to do that. And once you chop them all down, it's up to you how much you want to actually add into your salad. But I'm going to add all of these into my seafood salad. So now I have those all chopped up, as you can see here. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my noodles into my boiling water. As you can see, my water is ready to go, honey. So I'm just dumping that entire bowl of noodles into my pot, and I am just mixing them to get them separated real good, and so they can cook properly. And like I said, that oil keeps them from sticking, which is a must. So yeah, now I'm about to go ahead and finish preparing my seafood salads. And I have my noodles. I drained them. You want to drain all of the water off of your noodles, and let them sit over. Sometimes I do, being that this is going to be a cold salad, I go ahead and just start running some cold water into the pot where my noodles are. I do tend to do this when I fix potato salad as well, but they're not going to cool off, you know, that much, unless sometimes another option is send them in the freezer. So yeah, but I just ran some cool water on them just a little bit, and now I'm about to go ahead and put in the rest of my ingredients. And I have my shrimp, in which I just showed you all. And you want to make sure your shrimp are fully thawed out. I've had my shrimp sitting out overnight, so you want to make sure they are fully thawed. You do not want them still ice cold when you add all of these contents together, because it can tend to spoil the entire salad. So you want to make sure. Yeah. But now I'm about to I put the shrimp in there, and now I'm about to put the seafood, not the seafood salad, crab salad. Well, crab meat, not crab salad, but crab meat in there. And if you all see that like line on the outside of my bowl, because I know how petty people can be on YouTube, that is actually where I peeled the sticker from off of the bowl. So don't try to come for me and be like, oh, she had this, that, and the other on her. No, sweetheart. That's where I had this sticker on the outside of my bowl. And this bowl is like, it's not all that old, but I got it from Dollar Tree, and from washing it, the sticker, you know, just came off. So yeah. But I put my crab meat into my bowl, as you can see. And now I am putting my onion in there. And like I said, you can choose now whether or not, you know, the amount of onion you want to put in your salad. You can use all of it. You can use half of it. However you're feeling. And like I said, it's optional. The green onion is optional. So yeah. But I'm adding that as well. And I realized I was not going to be able to mix it the way I wanted to. As you can see, I'm just showing you the layers in it. But I realized I wasn't going to be able to mix it like I wanted to. So I took and put it all into this roaster pan. And I'm getting ready to put some salt on it. Getting ready to salt it to taste. You can salt, pepper it to taste, obey it to taste. And that's what I'm doing. And you can, and it's also with the mayo. You can put as much mayo as you like. I tend to not put a whole lot of mayo because me and babe, we prefer, because usually we're the only ones that eat, you know, this. The kids, they don't eat it. But we don't like a soupy salad, you know. So yeah, we don't like it dry. We don't like it soupy. We like it right in between. So yeah. And yep. So I'm putting my obey on there. And I love obey on my seafood. Like, it's so addictive. It really is. And y'all be sure after you watch this video, don't forget the link will be down below in the description box. Go check out my sister Simply Kei and Fam. Go check out her channel so y'all can see what she's whipping up in the kitchen. I know it's something delicious. So yeah, like I say, all her information will be in the description box. So I'm putting my mayo in now, and this mayo is pretty good. It does not have a sweet taste to it at all. It tastes good. I go back and forth between this and Hellmann's, and I really don't notice a difference. I would say, as far as taste, I would say that the Hellmann's is maybe a tad bit thicker consistency. That's the only thing I've noticed. But other than that, it tastes just as good.
Mommy.
What loyal? Y'all lawyers right here now. Hi. So I'm taking now, and I'm taking this lemon. This is optional as well. But I'm taking and I'm rolling the lemon out just to get those juices going. And I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this over top of my seafood salad. And this is just a small touch of something, me being extra. So that's why I said it's optional. It's definitely optional. But this seafood salad, y'all, was so freaking good. Y'all have to try it at home. And when you do, just maybe tag me on Instagram, or when you try it, just let me know how you like it. So yeah. So I'm, of course, going to mix this up. I don't know why I was using the spoon, because usually I don't mix up my salads this way. I mix them up with my clean hands, because it's easier. You get everything, you know, through the salad like it needs to be, and distribute it evenly through the salad. That's why I prefer to use my hands. So yeah.
Mommy.
Yes, baby. So I'm mixing it up very, very well. And once you mix it up, you can put it back into a bowl, you know, with this a Tupperware bowl, and let it sit so it can cool. And by this time, it had already started cooling off tremendously. That's why I was able to go ahead and mix it with my hand. Because if those noodles were still that hot, I wouldn't have been able to. So now I'm just giving it a taste to see if it needs what more it needs. So you can make sure, you know, that it's seasoned properly, as far as the mayo and, you know, so forth and so on. So yeah. So now I have put my ribs into my pan to get ready to put them in the oven. They look delicious, y'all, and they smell so good. So now I'm showing you what I'm using for my fish. I'm using this vegetable oil I got from Sam's. I'm frying Swai fish, and I'm using Moss breader, seafood breader. And I just filled my pot up already to the line. I'm using a bag to season my fish. I added salt. I added pepper, and I added Obey seasoning because I love to season my breader, and I love to put a little bit of seasoning sometimes on my fish just to give it that oomph. And that, y'all, this fish was so bomb. It was so good. So yeah, so I have my pot set on 350, and I'm showing you my corn. I have my corn going. It's moving so fast, y'all, but I have my rice here. And y'all, this was my first time trying this rice. I do not recommend it. I did not like it. So yeah, it is the Kroger brand rice, and I didn't like it at all. So, and we're crazy about broccoli and cheese rice in my family. But I was trying out something new, something that was least expensive, and sometimes least expensive doesn't work. So that will be my last time trying that. So I'm preparing my water and stuff for the rice. And as you can see, those are the packages there. And they're the actual name is brand from Kroger. And yeah, like I said, this is my first time trying it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to pass and stick to my holy grail. I want to say it's the rice-a-roni. Yeah, that's our favorite brand of broccoli and cheddar rice. So my pots are going, my corn is going, and I just put salt and pepper and a little bit of sugar and butter in my corn. So now I'm about to prepare my fish, and this is what comes in your pack, and you see how big these Swai fish are. And like I said, I got all of this stuff from my local Kroger, and I'm basically just showing you that you can cut these into two. And if you want to go for a more of a nugget, nugget size, then you can actually cut them into 3 or 4s, depending on how long the fish is. So this meal definitely stretches and goes a long way, y'all. So I'm just prepping my fish now and just getting them ready because my pot is already warming. And my ribs, I did put in the oven. I want to say I put them in the oven on 375. And I'm going to let my ribs go for an hour and about an hour and a half, because I like to leave them in as long as I can without burning them. But I also want to make sure that they are tender and not tough. So yeah, so I'm prepping my fish and we're getting ready to get this breaded and in the pot. So now I'm going to take my bowl and I'm just going to, I've already rinsed and cut my fish in half, and I put a little bit of seasoning on it. Just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'm putting it in the bowl, as you can see, to just keep it out of the sink because I'm famous for always rinsing my hands when I'm in the kitchen. So I make sure my sink is clear, So I have them in the just a Tupperware bowl, and it's easier for me to, kind of like a station setup because I'm picking out the bowl, dipping in the bag, so it's easy for me to get it done. So as you can see right here, I already have my bag here, and I'm taking and I am going ahead and putting it in the breader. I have my bag double bagged just in case, so nothing will seep through. And I'm getting ready to put it in the pot. So I was able to fit at least 3 pieces in at a time. That's how I was doing it. The smaller the pieces, the more that you can fit in there. But you don't want to put too many pieces into your oil because it can stew. And you do not want stewed fish. You don't want stewed chicken. None of that. So, yeah. But that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to show you all exactly what it looks like going in the deep fryer shortly. So here we have our beautiful golden fish and our rice, and our corn is done. Everything is done. So let's eat. We have our corn, seafood salad, and rice on this plate. And it looks delicious, delicious, delicious. And then I have my beef ribs and my fish on this plate. Bon appetit. Enjoy. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.